Joint Secretary of Andhra Pradesh Civil Liberties Committee, which is popularly known as APCLC, working in the state of Andhra Pradesh for the protection of democratic and civil rights. Our organization is working for the past 30 years. In the process of working, more than 6 of our activists were brutally murdered by the state and vigilante groups. So, this Operation Green Hund is launched by the Chidambaram in the month of August 2009. The purpose of this is to enter into the Adivasis areas, and there was hundreds of MOUs has been entered. And they wanted to give the rich minerals of the Chhattisgarh to the multinational companies, and thereby they want to dispossess the Adivasis from that area. And all the parliamentary democracy parties, the Congress and other parties are not opposing these anti-people policies like entering into the MOUs. Now today the Maoist party, which is on behalf of the Adivasis, are resisting against the dispossession of the Adivasis and for the rights of the Adivasis. When this resistance has been started, the Indian government said that this is a threat to the internal security. And they say that the form of the development is that to hand over the natural resources to the multinational companies like POSCO, Vedanta, Reliance, Tata, Ambani. All these have entered into there, and now they wanted to take away the rights of the land ownership of the Adivasis. Even the Supreme Court and the laws are very clear that the tribal lands, the tribals have their inherent right on the tribal lands. The lands cannot be transferred to the non-tribal. The lands cannot be transferred to the multinational companies for exploring the natural rich resources. In spite of this, the parliament has created a lot of loopholes, and they have punched the local laws, and without any mandates, without any people's opinion, they have entered into the MOUs and lands have been handovering to that. So this is how now, before this Operation Green Hund, there was a Salwa Judum which was launched in the 2005 June. And with this, there are more than 1,100 Adivasis were brutally killed, and hundreds of houses were repeatedly burnt so that they can come out of the forest and stay at the roadsides. And there was a concentration camps. In that camps, some 50,000 Adivasis were kept illegally confined for years together, and unless they found that they are not with the people's movement, they have been to the state, then they were set free. Now the Supreme Court has said that the directions to the Chhattisgarh government to declare it as an illegal. Now after this, under the leadership of the Chidambaram, today the Operation Green Hund has started. So this is a war against the capitalist and the people's movement. Now this is a war of justice and injustice. This is a war by the Indian people against the imperialists. This is a war against the multinational companies by the local tribals. So we have to understand this. But very unfortunate that the media role is very reactionary. Media role is on behalf of the capitalists. The truth which is taking place has not been properly projected to the world, and the role of the judiciary is also is an anti-people. Now the major laws which has come up to, which is known as the repressive laws like UAPA or Chhattisgarh Special Power Act, by virtue of these draconian laws, more than 1,400 Adivasis today are in the jails in Chhattisgarh. Now they are in the Jantewada jail. There are more than tribals without trial, without basic rights. 6 to 7 years they are lodged in the jails. So this is the way how the rights have been totally violated by the Adivasis. And the Supreme Court, the role which is playing is also anti-people role. At the same time, at the lower court level, the Adivasis and the civil rights activities were convicted, life convicted. The singers were convicted under the UAPA, where the charges are very vague. The Supreme Court says this as a statement, as a declarative statement, that can we kill our own Republican, but there are encounters have been consistently going on. and many of the activists of the Maoists and ordinary people were picked up and shot dead and created the story of encounter. Today, Supreme Court has stayed the historical judgment which has given by the state of Andhra Pradesh in the encounter cases. A criminal case has been totally stayed, means it's nothing but it's a violation of Article 21. So, the role of the media, the role of this judiciary, the role of the state, the role of the parliament's democracy, today the ruling class is totally with the capitalist, with the imperialistic, not with the people. So therefore today the rights organization, democratic organizations and all the people, we all should come together and we should fight against this Operation Green Hund with a demand to go back the Indian army and not to wage a war against the Indian people and scrap all the MOUs and give a protective right to the Adivasis to have their own homeland. And this is with a demand we are organizing this meeting. We request all the lovers of the democratic rights to attend this meeting and make success.